Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are testing out the brand new watch thanks to ShotScope. They've sent out the X5 nice and early so we can review it for you. We're going to test it out on the course, see what it's about, ultimately put it to the test and see if it's any better than the V3. If you've got the V3, there is a link above now to the previous review I did on the V3. Loved that watch, and ultimately we're going to find out today if it's worth the upgrade to the X5. This is the ShotScope X5. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the ShotScope X5 GPS watch. We're going to test it out today on the course, see what it's like firsthand. Ultimately, we will compare it to the V3, and I'll finalise, I guess you could call it, at the end of this video and just see really if it's worth the upgrade from the V3. So the way it works is, now, for example, I'm standing on the second hole. It's 363 yards to the pin from here. Now, the great features, you've got the yardages there in front of you. You've got an H2, which is hole 2, and the P, and that number next to the P is for the par. So it's a par 4, hole 2. There, you've got a blue square. You see the blue square there? Now, when it's holding, or when it registers that I'm holding a club, that will tell me what club I'm holding. Now, what you can do is if you swipe up from the middle, that unlocks it, and if you swipe to the right-hand side, it starts showing you all your hazards, which is great. So we've got 161 yards to the first one, 192 to the second. I'll show you some other features shortly. So that's pretty much some of the features on the watch. That's quite useful, showing you hazards, showing you what hole you're on, showing you the par as well. I'm gonna go into more features after I've hit this tee shot, but let's hit this one down there, let's move on. Set it out to the right, but it should be okay there. Should be all right there. Should be all right. Second shot, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna show you more in depth on other holes, but just to give you an insight, I'm now holding a 9-iron, and it's saying I've got a 9-iron in that little blue block that I showed you a minute ago, but I've now got 130 yards into the pin. There is no hazards because we've cleared them. So let's hopefully just throw a 9-iron up there, and then hopefully I can show you some of the putting features. Oh, I've pulled it left a bit. Sit down now. Okay. Should be all right there. It's just off the edge of the green, but it should be okay there. Now, just to give you an example, I'm now putting for my par. It says on my watch already, pin collect, which is quite a nice feature that is reminding you, pin collect. And then you need to put how many putts you're taking. So at the moment, we're hoping for the 1. But it ain't the 1. Oh, you little terror. But it's the 2. I don't know if you can see that, Zach, but that is showing, there you go. There you go, so it's got the 2, so I can either go 1 if I got it in, but 2, click that off, putts recorded, moves on to the next hole. Oh, strike my ball down. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try and show you the pin collect. What you can see there, previous shot was a sandwich. Pin collect here, you can either make it 1, if I made it in 1 putt, 2, of course, you can go higher. What we recommend you do when you are doing your pin collect is stand over the hole, because what you'll find is, as accurate as it can be, it will then represent where the hole was on that day you took the putt. So then you'll get a better indication, true indication of where you were when you putted it from, and where the location of the putt was as well. So it's beneficial to stand over the pin once you've pin collected. Oh, it just pulled left. There's no pin collecting on the 1 today, is there? There's pin collecting on the 2, on the 1s and the 2s. Move on to the next hole. The next hole I'm going to show you is a par 3, and also what I'm going to show you is a feature where you can move the pin on the green to represent where the pin is on that day, which will help with more accuracy when you're hitting into the greens. Right, we're on the next hole now. It's a par 3, hole 5. And what I'm going to show you now, right, so if you swipe to that side, it shows your green, right? And it's showing 137 to the middle, 148 back, 1. And the great thing is, if you click move pin, you can then drag the pin to wherever you think the pin is on the green. So say the pin is in the middle, but slightly to the right, you can pin it there. If you think it's right at the back of the green, put it there, and it gives you more of an accurate yardage So I think looking at it, it's probably about middle to the back there. So we're looking at 138 yards from where I'm standing right now to hit that pin, which I think is a really great feature. Especially if you really want to dial it in. I mean, me personally, I don't know how often I'm going to use that because all I'm aiming for really is the green. I'm going to hold my hands up and say, but for the better golfer out there, you've got the option now to move that pin to the location, gives you the exact yardage that you need to hit that pin on that day. Useful tip. Sit now, sit. Oh no, oh no. Judge, that's so wrong. Sit. You like that one, didn't you? Hey? Did you like that one, Zach? See? Zach loves being here because he gets to see the wonderful artistry. Didn't hit it particularly well off the tee, but then we hit a nice bunker shot, didn't we, Zachary? Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick note. Soon coming up, Zachary versus Mesh on the channel. I am the cameraman for the day. It's Zach versus Mesh. That's gonna be a fun one. How many lips today? I haven't done the one pin collect. I like the two. The two's a good one. There you go, 2 pin collectors. So ladies and gentlemen, like I say, coming up very shortly, very soon, a video will be coming out. I'm the cameraman, I'm not gonna be there. I'll be behind the camera. We're gonna have Zachary versus Mesh. One-on-one, mono-y-mono. Fighting out to the death. That's coming up soon. Ladies and gentlemen, so hopefully I've covered most things on the new watch. What I'm gonna do is play this last hole and summarize what I found about it after using it. Again, thank you to ShotScope sending it out so quickly so we can make this video. But I'm gonna compare it to the V3, which I was using for a long time. Again, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it above, but I did do a review on the V3 as well. Loved the watch, absolutely loved it, couldn't play golf without it. Let's summarize on this last hole and see if it's worth the upgrade to the X5. Bomb ball. Got some exciting news. I don't know if I'm going to tell you in this video, but coming up in maybe a video or two to come, some exciting news. Big news, exciting news for the channel, for myself and Mesh. Stick around for that, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be releasing that information in a future video, maybe in the next one or the next 2. Make sure you stay tuned. I probably hit my 3-wood the best I've ever hit my 3-wood in my life. We're going to find out how far I hit because a nice little feature showing you how far you hit your last shot. If you swipe up again to unlock it, what you can then do is swipe and swipe again, enter game menu, and you can look at your last shot you've just hit. So it's saying I've just hit that 237 3-wood, are you having a laugh? I've hit my 3-wood, 237. I mean, we've got slightly downwind as well, so I'm going to give that some credit. But that's a great little feature. And if you press back, it also allows you to do other stuff, like change hole. So say you're skipping a hole, you can change a hole. You can pause your round as well, so pause it there. And also in there is penalty. So if you want to add a penalty, if you've caused a penalty, whether it be out of bounds or in the water, you can do that as well. But press the back button, and you're back to where you are. Right, I've got to lean on this because this is now in a position I'm not happy with. Not happy with this, I might lean into it. Go, 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 go. Well, I'm on the green, safely on the green, but it's not in a position that I'd like to have been on. I've now got a long putt for a birdie. It's a shame, couldn't finish with a birdie, but we are on the green, ladies and gentlemen. Let's finish up with a par and then we can summarise and conclude what we think of the X5. We are on the green safely, but we are not as close as I wanted to be for the birdie. So let's knock it close for the par, but let's summarise. What do we think of the X5? Firstly, an awesome, awesome watch. Awesome watch. It's got great features on it. You've got the hazards. It shows you, like the V3, shows you the hazards, shows you everything else. One element that we haven't used today because I didn't set it up was the scorecard. So as you do a pin collect, you also set what score you hit on that hole. So you keep track of your scorecard, which is fantastic. And what you'll find on the screen is that it shows you whether you're plus or minus or evens through certain holes. So that's another great feature that's new to the X5. Not a bad roll. If you've got a V3, is it worth the upgrade? The X5, the X5 is £280. If you've already got the V3, is it worth the upgrade? I really don't know, because it's £280. You've already spent £180 on the V3? I don't know, I really don't know. It's a tough one. I think if you've got the V3, ultimately, upgrading to the X5 probably isn't necessary, but it is a bloody good watch. So what can you say? Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the ShotScope X5. Great watch, but ultimately, if you've got the V3, stick with the V3. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed it. If you have, you know what you need to do. Unless it's golf, keep looking up.